Second year moto trial is going to show you some basic warm-up drills. This is stuff I just do in my driveway as it relates to turns. I'm sure we all know basic figure eights, but I'm going to give you guys a few different emphases as we go. Now, if you're not familiar with using different gears, especially when the terrain is slippery, using a higher gear and slipping that clutch can help you with traction. Okay, this next one is just working on the transition from right to left turn. And I didn't fully understand the importance of this until I went to Ryan Young's school, and he was saying, jam that inside peg, step on that inside peg, and being able to turn quickly, not by throwing the handlebars over, but by transferring your weight right to left makes huge dividends, especially as it relates to the next step of floater turns. Now, you might not be at a floater turn stage, but still practicing this quick transition makes a big difference. This is the way I used to turn, standing up tall, taking a break, slowing down.
That's the way I used to do it.
All right, next I want to emphasize different ways of standing on the bike. This is kind of like Jaime Bestow, standing up tall. Pros can get away with this, but us mere mortals, we've got to lean the bike. So to keep the scales balanced, we want to lean 150 pounds of the bike to the inside of the turn, and then we've got to put 150 pounds of our own body weight to the outside of the turn. By exaggerating this movement in practice like a rubber band, we're stretching beyond, and then come competition time, we'll probably be leaning appropriately. Now, in addition to squatting down, we also want to be leaning back. The difference in traction as you weight that back tire, especially on turns going from downhill to uphill, cannot be overemphasized. Here I'm going to show you the difference in my body position, regularly squatting and squatting back. So especially in this one, you can see there's probably an additional 30 pounds on that rear tire, which helps for traction. Now this next one I still have so much trouble with. It's no clutch. So trying to do figure eights, using that rear brake to help provide tension in the system and still doing figure eights in a controlled manner without choking out the engine. All right, and then lastly, just stop and go. So this is very typical in an event. You're making a turn and all of a sudden you realize maybe you need to be a little tighter or aiming at a different gate, and so you gotta stop and maintain balance. That static balance during an event can pay huge dividends so you can figure out where you're going, look around. You can have a kid or a timer or somebody else yell stop so that you're not planning your stops ahead of time. And I still got work to do on this, but you guys get the idea. All right, after a few minutes of some warm-up turning drills, I feel ready to ride. You guys can take whichever of these you like, incorporate it into your own routine. Appreciate you guys watching, checking out the channel. This is second year moto trials. I'm not a pro, and I don't think you are either. That's why you're still watching, so I appreciate all the views. Don't forget to comment below, subscribe if you like this and it's adding value to you, and I'll see you in the next one.